If you enjoy this podcast, then be sure to check out Farm Small, Farm Smart Daily, where you can get your daily dose of farm wisdom. Tune in every day to learn the latest tips, tricks, and stories from the world of farming. Whether you're a seasoned farmer or just getting started, our podcast has something for everyone. Join us as we explore topics like farm business, crop planning, soil management, and tools and technology. Start your day off right with Farm Small, Farm Smart Daily, available on all major podcast platforms. Don't miss out. Subscribe today.
I think for a single person who's trying to make this go, I think a part-time job and trying to start farming probably makes sense. I also think about someone who works seasonally in a full-time job, like a teacher, for instance, or someone who works in the school district where you've got summers off. And if you had, let's say you could start seeds while you're still teaching in May and get seeds in the ground late May and start harvesting in June, July, and August. I think that'd be a really cool way to start that type of business, is that seasonal work. The other thing I was going to mention, Diego, that I did not include in the path to making this work would be if someone like our hypothetical 30-year-old could also go work for another farm and a large market garden farm as well, and just learn the ropes of growing there and also earn an income while they're learning. Knowing farm work, it might not be a full-time income, but that could be part of the transitionary process where you're like, hey, I'm going to keep this full-time job I have. It's stable. I don't love it. I'm going to start learning to grow a little bit on the side, see if I like that. And then the next jump might be, I'm going to take a year or two and just work with other farmers who know what they're doing, learn from them, and have them invest into me before I start my own entrepreneurial journey. I think could be super beneficial too, because you get to look behind the curtain, you get to see some of the behind the scenes, some of the financial side, and learn to do some of the work and the growing too. So
the seasonal aspect's really interesting because it also could be applied to crops. I think one other danger is people see a Jean Martin motto or whoever, and that's what I got to do, and you're going all year. But what if you're starting to farming was, I'm just going to crush it on sweet corn.
Yep.
Or, and I'm going to make a corn maze out of it. Or I'm just going to grow pumpkins. And so you're learning to sell, you're learning to grow. Or you could look around crops that yield relatively quickly, blackberries or something, right? Strawberries. You pick. Talking to Meg, I'm blanking on her last name, who does the whole you pick farm. I mean,
I listened to that episode. That was awesome.
Yeah, I just recently talked to her again, and her season's basically April through July. She's really got it down to compartmentalize stuff, and she wants to and does other things that time of year. You don't have to farm 12 months. You don't have to have high rotation crops. You don't have to do farmers markets. What do you want to get out of farming?
Yeah.
Both from a fulfillment level as a person, and what do you need to get out income wise, and what are maybe creative ways to do that? And if you get too deep into some of these models that just are hands-on, it's like trying to do a Rubik's Cube while you're driving down a windy road. You can't do both. So I'm either going to pull over the side and do the Rubik's Cube, or I'm going to drive down the road.
Yep.
And it's okay. I'm doing both. They're stressful. Maybe I just simplify the model in a way that generates income, maybe not as much. It builds a customer base. And then if I see momentum, I can start to add crops. And did you do that? I thought maybe I caught that earlier where you added like a crop each year or something like that.
Yeah. We started with tomatoes. Tomatoes was our big focus. And then when 2018, when we were ready to make a go of it, we went into the salad crops and learn to grow salad. Recently, we took on carrots, I think last year, which were still are a challenge. But yeah, so every year we pick a crop and put a focus on it. We research it, we learn it. And it's like riding a bike. Then next year we have our process down for carrots. and things go hopefully smoother. Although we just had a horrible carrot germination for whatever reason. But anyway, yeah. So I love that idea that there's not a one shoe fits all to this world. You can grow a ton of different ways. Microgreens are another great example that a ton of people do as a side hustle. But what I really like is that you're getting your feet wet. You're learning this system. You're finding customers. You're meeting people. And then when you find success and you realize you really like this, then you have an opportunity to take the next step. But you can farming is something that can absolutely be molded into your lifestyle and made to really fit into how you're living your life. It doesn't have to be April to October every year. It can, like you said, you could do sweet corn. We've got some friends down the road who do sweet corn, and they do sweet corn and melons, and that's it. And when people show up here for sweet corn, we send them to them. When people show up there for tomatoes, they send them to us, and it works out awesome. But they plant the sweet corn in May or June, and they harvest like crazy for 6 weeks, and then it's done. So it's cool.
Hey there. Want to spend less time pulling weeds? Check out Soil Shield by Modern Grower. It's the pre-cut landscape fabric solution to help you drastically reduce weed pressure. Just roll it out, staple it down, and plant. Then let it do the work for you. Say goodbye to endless weeding and hello to more free time. Plus, it's high quality, durable, and will last for years, saving you time and money in the long run. It's available in a variety of row and hole spacings to accommodate all the crops that vegetable farmers grow. Learn more about Soil Shield landscape fabric at shop.moderngrower.co or using the link below.